Have you ever found yourself wondering why loneliness seems to follow you, even though you are a kind, authentic, and generous soul? Perhaps you've noticed a lack of deep friendships or meaningful relationships in your life, feeling like an outsider despite your best efforts to connect. If this resonates with you, there's a chance you are one of the chosen ones, individuals destined to walk a path of higher spiritual evolution. This sense of isolation is not a coincidence. It is a universal thread woven into the tapestry of your journey. It's neither a flaw nor a curse, but rather a sign of your uniqueness. In this exploration, we will delve into why chosen ones like you often feel alone, how this solitude reflects your spiritual calling, and most importantly, how you can transform it into a powerful tool for growth and fulfillment. As a chosen one, you carry within you a radiant light, an inner brilliance that isn't visible to the naked eye but is profoundly felt by those around you. This light is your spiritual essence, a magnetic energy that draws people toward you like moths to a flame. Imagine walking into a room and instantly shifting its atmosphere. People sense your presence even if they can't explain why. At first, this might seem like a gift that promises deep connection, but there's a paradox at play. While your light attracts, it also repels. Why? Because your energy acts as a mirror, reflecting truth that others aren't ready to face. Picture someone who has grown comfortable in a dimly lit existence, hiding their fears, insecurities, or unresolved wounds in the shadows. When you enter their world, your light floods that space, revealing not just beauty but also the dust and clutter they've long ignored. For some, this is inspiring. They're drawn to your warmth and authenticity. But for many, it's unsettling. Your presence forces them to confront their own darkness, the ego they cling to, the doubts they bury, or the masks they wear. Most people aren't prepared for such raw honesty. Rather than embrace the discomfort, they pull away. This is why your relationships might feel fleeting or strained. It's not because you are unlovable or difficult, but because your vibration operates on a higher frequency, one that challenges the status quo and demands growth. Over time, this dynamic may leave you standing alone, not out of rejection, but as a natural consequence of your spiritual radiance. Loneliness doesn't just stem from others' reactions to your light. It's also tied to the way energy flows in your interactions. As a chosen one, your energy is potent, uplifting, and magnetic. People are naturally drawn to you because being near you feels good. They leave your presence feeling lighter, more inspired, or momentarily at peace, as if you've shared a piece of your soul with them. But here's the challenge. Not everyone who basks in your light has the capacity to give back in equal measure. You pour out your energy, your empathy, your wisdom, your support, like a river flowing freely, yet too often. You receive only a trickle in return, if anything at all. Think of a time when you spent hours listening to a friend's troubles, offering comfort and insight, only to feel drained afterward while they walked away refreshed. Or perhaps you've noticed a pattern. After certain interactions, you're left with a heaviness, a mix of exhaustion, anxiety, or even sadness, while the other person seems unaffected. This isn't a coincidence. Many are unconsciously drawn to your energy as a source of replenishment, feeding off your light without realizing they are not contributing to the exchange. Over time, this one-sided dynamic wears you down. You begin to question why relationships feel so taxing, why you give so much yet feel empty in return. And so you start to pull back. You become more selective about who you let into your space, choosing solitude over connections that drain you. This isn't selfishness, it's survival. You understand, perhaps intuitively, that your energy is precious, a sacred resource that fuels your purpose. By stepping away from draining relationships, you're not closing yourself off. You're preserving your strength for the path ahead. Loneliness, in this sense, becomes a shield, protecting you from those who take without giving until the right souls, those who match your frequency, finally come along. For chosen ones, solitude isn't just a byproduct of circumstance. It's a vital ingredient in your spiritual journey. When you walk a path of higher evolution, there are seasons when the universe calls you to be alone, not as a punishment, but as a gift. These periods of isolation are sacred spaces where you can turn inward, free from the noise and demands of the outside world. It is in this quiet that you heal, grow, and reconnect with the divine essence within you. Imagine solitude as a cocoon, a place of transformation that may feel confining at first, but is essential for your becoming. During these times, you are given the chance to face the parts of yourself you've avoided: old wounds from childhood, lingering fears, or doubts that whisper in the back of your mind. It's not easy work. Healing requires courage, the courage to sit with your pain, to unravel the stories you've told yourself, and to release the baggage that has weighed you down. Perhaps you've carried the sting of rejection for years, or maybe you've buried a grief you never fully mourned. In solitude, these shadows rise to the surface, asking to be seen and set free. But this journey isn't just about healing, it's about discovery. In solitude, you explore who you truly are beneath the layers of expectation and conditioning. You may rediscover passions you had forgotten, hear the quiet voice of your intuition more clearly, or feel a deeper connection to something greater, a universal force guiding your steps. These solitary moments are where your most profound spiritual breakthroughs happen. They are the times when you shed old skins and step closer to your authentic self. Yes, loneliness can ache, but it is a necessary ache, a labor pain birthing the person you are meant to be. Your loneliness isn't random or meaningless. It's part of a divine orchestration, a preparation for the extraordinary purpose you are destined to fulfill. Think of it as a spiritual boot camp, a rigorous training ground where the universe tests and strengthens you. In these quiet seasons, you are being shaped, refined, and aligned with your true calling. The isolation strips away distractions, forcing you to rely on your inner resilience and faith. It is a process of shedding, letting go of ego, fear, and the need for external validation, so you can stand fully in your power. You might feel restless during these times, as if your life is on pause, waiting for something to shift. Perhaps you've sensed a stirring within, a deep knowing that you're meant for more, yet the path ahead remains unclear. This waiting can be frustrating, even disorienting, but it is far from wasted time. The universe is working behind the scenes, aligning every piece of your journey, your energy, your gifts, your future connections, so that when the moment arrives, you will be ready to step into your destiny. Like a seed buried in dark soil, you are germinating, gathering strength beneath the surface before you break through to bloom. But this preparation isn't just about you, it's about the impact you are meant to have. Chosen ones are here to bring light, to heal, to inspire, to shift the world in ways both subtle and profound. The solitude you experience now is honing your abilities, deepening your connection to the divine, and ensuring you are equipped for what lies ahead. So, when you feel alone, remind yourself, this isn't the end of your story. It's the prelude to something magnificent. Loneliness often stems from a fundamental difference between you and the world around you. As a chosen one, you see life through a lens of depth and meaning, piercing through the shallow pursuits that captivate so many. While others chase fleeting pleasures or cling to illusions of control, you seek truth, connection, and purpose. This perspective sets you apart, not because you are superior, but because you are wired differently. You feel the undercurrents of existence, the unseen threads that tie everything together, and this awareness can make the everyday chatter of the world feel trivial or disconnected. This difference isn't always visible, it's something others sense rather than see. You might offer a quiet insight that shifts a conversation, or your calm presence might unsettle someone accustomed to chaos. People may not understand why they feel both drawn to and intimidated by you, but it is because you challenge the norm simply by being yourself. This can leave you feeling like an outsider, misunderstood, overlooked, or even unappreciated. Yet, this isolation is a gift in disguise. Your depth is a beacon, calling forth those rare souls who are ready to grow, to see beyond the surface. Your circle may be small, but it will be rich with authenticity, a tribe of kindred spirits who resonate with your essence and walk beside you on this path. The journey of a chosen one is not an easy one, but the loneliness you feel is not a burden. It's a testament to your spiritual power and uniqueness. It's a sign that you are walking a path few can follow, a path that demands courage, faith, and trust in the unseen. Embrace this solitude knowing that it is shaping you into the person you are destined to become. The isolation you experience now is temporary, a chrysalis stage before you emerge into a life filled with deeper, more meaningful connections, relationships that truly align with your soul. If this message stirs something within you, take a moment to reflect. Share your thoughts with those who might understand, connect with kindred spirits, and remember, you are not alone in your aloneness. You are a masterpiece in progress, complete yet ever evolving, a light destined to shine in ways you cannot yet imagine. Trust the process. Your time is coming. Peace and light to you.